Now let's go and take a look at the operation and maintenance on the Kärcher BV51. Now operating the Kärcher BV51 couldn't be any simpler. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and take the battery off the charger. Now to confirm that the battery is 100% charged, go ahead and hit the yellow button on the front of the battery and the battery indicator lights will actually illuminate for you. Now once you're confirmed you have a complete charge, go ahead and click it inside the machine itself. Now the next thing I want you to do is go ahead and check that bag. Now you should have done this during the maintenance side of it, but let's do it again. If the bag is 100% full, you guessed it, replace the bag. If it's half full and you're still getting good suction, I think you're still pretty safe to go. Now the other thing I want you to do is go ahead and either run the hose through the left or right hand side of the bungees. Now the reason why we do that while it's off our back is one, it makes it a lot easier, but two, I want to make sure that the hose is perfectly positioned for you every time you put the machine on. Now the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and strap the machine onto us. Now, if you remember, we have three different strapping points. We have our shoulder straps, we have our sternum strap, and we also have the waist belt itself. Now all three are adjustable, but it's important to remember that all the weight with this machine, or any backpack for that matter, needs to rest on your hips, kind of like you're carrying a toddler. Now once we have all that situated and we're feeling pretty good about it, the last thing you need to do is go ahead and adjust the wand to your operator height, and you're good to go. Now when it comes to maintaining the Kärcher BV51, well, we made it pretty simple for you. The first thing I want you to do is go ahead and take the battery out of the machine and slide it back into the charger. Now remember, it only takes 1 hour to recharge this battery. Now the next thing I want you to do is go ahead and inspect the actual vacuum bag. You guessed it, if it's 100% full, well, we need to replace it. If it's only halfway full and we're still getting good performance, well, I think you're pretty good to go. Now the other thing you have to remember is that we have two filters in place that need to replace in January and in July. One being the exhaust filter and, well, one being the motor filter is just below the carriage itself. That's all you need to do to maintain the Kärcher BV51. Now let's go and take a look at the operation and maintenance on the Kärcher BV51. Now operating the Kärcher BV51 couldn't be any simpler. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and take the battery off the